Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple spinthariscope. You need activated zinc sulfide, super glue, cover glass, a piece of paper, scissors, an americium source that looks like this, some electrical tape, and a stopper that has a 4mm hole, an inside diameter hole. Doesn't matter what size the outside diameter is, because the inside diameter is what's going to hold the americium source. So you're going to want to take the stopper and cut it so you have a little disc that is about 3 or 4 millimeters thick, preferably 3, but it will probably work with 4. And after you've done that, you're going to want to get your americium source and then get that out of the bag. And then on the stopper, there's going to be the flat side, the machine side, and then there's going to be the side that you cut. Now the side that you cut is going to be the side that you're going to want to put the americium source into, because the other side is going to be crucial for putting the cover glass on. So we're going to stick that in there and put a little gap in there so you can stick some super glue in, just like that. And get your super glue and take the source and stopper and put a little bit of glue in between. After you've done that, take something else and then push the americium down until it is just about flush with the rest of the stopper. Just like that. And put your lid back on the super glue for now. Then you're going to want to get a couple pieces of paper that you can get messy. You're going to want to take the folded piece of paper and get your zinc sulfide. And pour just a little bit on the piece of paper. You're going to need just a very small amount for this experiment. So just about that much. Kind of hard to see, but there's very little there. So you're going to take the stopper and the americium and put the part you glued down on top of the piece of paper, and then sprinkle that small amount of zinc sulfide on top of the americium, just enough to cover the source, otherwise it's going to block it and you're not going to be able to see any of the little flashes of light in there. If there's too much, just scrape a little bit out. It's not going to affect anything. And then when you scrape it out, you're going to want to wipe the excess off the top of the stopper and set that back down on top of the piece of paper, and then get it back in the center, and then get your cover glass and get one slide out and close that back up, and then you're going to get your super glue back out, open that up. You're going to put a very thin line around the side or around the top of the stopper. You don't want any to go into the middle or that's going to ruin it. Just put a very little bit, very small line. And then you're probably going to have some extras, so you get your other little piece of paper and then just kind of scoop off excess that you have, scoop away from the center, just like that. And then take your little glass slide and set that so it's just about in the center, and then push down. Now take a piece of paper so you don't get your fingers all sticky, and press real tight, and make sure that you don't tip it, otherwise the wet super glue on the slide or around the edge the zinc sulfide is going to stick to that. It's going to ruin it. So do that for a couple minutes. Now after you've pressed that for a couple minutes, go ahead and remove the paper off the bottom. And it's okay if there's some paper that's stuck, just pull that off. It's no big deal. And you're going to want to cut about 2 pieces of electrical tape that are about 1 3/4 inches long, and set one on the back like this, and then go ahead and wrap it around, and if it's too long and it's going to cover over the center, then cut it, something like that. So that's going to be a little too long, so I'm going to cut it. So something like that for the first side, and then do the same for the second side. And pull that around. And cut that again. Fold that over. And then you've got a completed spinthariscope. This cost about $4 to make, compared to something like this that costs about $20. Thank you for watching. If you have any videos that you want to post in response to mine, or if you have any questions or whatever, please post and I'll get back as soon as I can. Thanks.